Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is July 1st, 2024, and Barcelona are currently negotiating for the signing of Mamadou Mbacke. Also, it's been revealed the offer that Barcelona made to Marc Guiu, and finally, the Barcelona communication department have created an absolute mess when it comes to the Joaos. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and this is the Barca News, the live podcast, which is on every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where not only do I get to share Barcelona news with you, but I also get to interact with you lovely people in the chat section by reading your comments out loud and answering your questions. Now, for those of you who'll be watching the podcast when it ends, don't worry, I'll be putting chapters in the timeline and timestamps in the description in case you do want to skip through the discussion. Now, having said all of that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps the channel continue to grow. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the gift bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. If you click on the links, not only would you be supporting the channel, but also you will be getting access to some pretty cool deals and offers. And both links for gift bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, let's begin with the news. By the way, I'm still out of town. In case you haven't watched the last few videos, I'm out of town right now. I'm in Las Vegas visiting my family. This is why, as you can see, I'm not in my regular YouTube studio. Actually, I'm in my mom's room. It's the only place in the house with some quiet because I have also family from Japan visiting with my nephews and nieces here too. So I'm in my mom's room, bunkered up to make these videos. I've been making short live streams to bring you Barcelona news. This is a legit podcast, so it's going to be 30, 40 minutes long. I will be addressing the comment section, the same on Wednesdays and Fridays. Anyways, no more intro. It's been like 20 minutes and I'm still talking, but let's talk about the news, starting with the Euros coverage, since we've been doing that for a while. But now we have another Barcelona player in the quarterfinals, and this time it's Jules Koundé, who today's won with France against Belgium with a late own goal. And with this, Koundé joins his teammates, which are Ter Stegen, Ilkay Gundogan, Fermín López, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and now Koundé in the quarterfinals. So 7 Barcelona players in the quarterfinals. Not a bad number at all. And I have to say, I watched the France match. They're still disappointing. France came into this tournament as one of the favorites to win the cup. I said it at the beginning when I first watched the first match. I said this France looks very disappointing. It reminds me kind of Barcelona, very disorganized, not really a clear plan on what to do. But then I said, you know what? It's their first match. Let's see how they do their second match. Same thing. Third match, same thing. Round of 16, same thing. So I don't see them as favorite anymore. And they've been very, very disappointing. In fact, this is an interesting statistic, but France have made it to the quarterfinals through 2 own goals and 1 penalty. This is what they've had to do to make it to the quarterfinals. Absolutely disappointing, but Jules Koundé, despite his team being disappointing, he's been having one hell of a tournament. Today, completely canceling out Rafael Leao. We all talk about, Barcelona should sign Leao, and he's the best. Well, completely canceled out today by Jules Koundé. And Koundé continues to show us time and time again that he could easily become one of the best right backs in all of Europe. I don't know why he was against playing in that position at the beginning of the season, because he's absolutely killing it in that position. And we know that now he's open to it. And I hope he stays open to it, because he keeps showing us that he could easily become one of the best right backs in the in all of Europe. Another interesting thing about the Euros has nothing to do with Barcelona, but Portugal defeated Slovenia in penalties. Really sad match by Portugal, I want to say. Constantly attacking, couldn't really unlock Slovenia's defense. Slovenia defended like champs, absolutely amazing. but then they completely blew it in the penalty kicks. I don't think they've ever practiced a penalty kick in their life. They only shot 3 times, missed all 3 times, and they're really, really bad misses. But Oblak had a saved Penaldo's penalty during extra times. Really impressive. But anyways, that has nothing to do with Barcelona. So let's move back to Barcelona because we have to talk about Lamine Yamal since we are talking about the Euros. Ladies and gentlemen, Lamine Yamal is right now one of the top assist providers in the entire tournament. Now you might say, yeah, it's only 2 assists, but still, it's very impressive because we keep forgetting. This is a 16-year-old child. And as I've said many times before, this is not normal. He's only a child. And yes, he is a child. I remember the first time I called him a child, people were going crazy in the comment. How dare you call him a child? That's insulting. That's a fact. He literally is a child. If you're under 18, you're a child. You know, it's like saying Lamine is a football player. Oh my God, how dare you say he's a football player? Oh, it's offensive. Let's get a grip, people. He is a child. And the fact that not only is he playing in the Euros, but he is starting in the Euros with Spain, one of the toughest teams in competition, and now he's one of the top assist providers in the whole tournament. I have to say it again, guys. This is not normal. This is not normal. What this kid is doing is absolutely not normal. It's a God gift. It's God's gift to earth or to football, and we have to appreciate that because we keep whining and crying about, oh, we missed out on the signing of Arda Güler. Oh, we missed out on the signing of Lucas Bergvall. Oh, we missed out on the signing of Messinho. But how about being happy the fact that the best teenager in the world plays for us? Because I'm sorry, I prefer to have Lamine Yamal over Messinho, Arda Güler, and Bergvall all combined. So let's appreciate more what we have at the club instead of focusing on the players that didn't want to come here for more money. Anyways, let's start with the chat section, and then we will talk about the negotiations to sign Mamadou Mbacke. All right, let's see. What is everyone saying in the chat section? We have a first donation. My man, Meisterwork, always supporting the channel, watching all the videos, liking them, commenting on them. He's a member of the channel, and on top of that, he always donates. So thank you, my friend, from the bottom of my heart for your continuous support. But Meisterwork says, hope you're having a great time with your family, bro. Stay safe. Thank you. I am having a great time. It's hot as hell. It's Vegas. For those of you who don't know, it's a desert. It's 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which Celsius, I don't know, what is that, 45 Celsius, something like that. Really hot. I can't believe I grew up here. Every time I come back, I'm like, how did I live here for so long with this heat? But anyways, that doesn't matter because I'm spending some quality time with my family. And that's what matters, people. Spend times with your loved ones because life is short. All right, let's see. What else? Sampana says Friday's going to be a movie with those matches, Spain versus Germany and France versus Portugal. I know, and I'm very upset. I wish those matches were on Thursday. For those of you who don't know, Thursday, 4th of July, it's Independence Day here in the U.S. I have the day off. And instead, they decided to play on Friday, the following day, which is when I have to work. But yes, those matches are going to be absolutely insane. And Javid says, Marc Guiu, goodbye. We do need you left for money, not a sporting project. Agree. I have some news about him. Stay tuned because Barcelona have leaked to the press what they had offered Marc Guiu to stay. Some random mofo says, hi, Mo. Can you tell me what is going on with our young talent in Barca, Lucas Roman, the Italian-Argentinian? We signed him with big expectation. I haven't seen anything from him. Can you tell me? El Pocho Roman. He actually had a decent season with Barca Athletic. Perhaps the expectation was a little bit hyped. You know, everybody expected him that he was going to come here and be, I don't know, the next Messi. He's not that, but he's also not bad. He's had a good season with Barca Athletic. He's still adapting. You know, he came from the Argentinian league. He actually came from second division of Argentinian league, so not even first. So it's a big change for him, right? More competitive football. We're talking about a whole new style of play, which is Barcelona. He's still adapting. He's had a good season. The club are happy with his progression. I'm sure another season with Barca Athletic could help him even reach a potential that we were all hoping for. All right, let's one more, and then we'll do the next bit of news. But Jose Fernandez says, hi, Mo. Just got back from Denver. Enjoy your time out there. Thank you for dedication. Love the news. Thank you, my friend. I'm actually not in Denver. I'm in Las Vegas. I am set to visit Denver in September. I'm very excited. I've never been. I'm going to watch some fights. One championship. For those of you who've never seen One Championship, highly recommend it. I prefer it to UFC, but to each their own. Let's see. Well, okay, we'll do one more. I know I said one more and that's it, but let's do one more. Mohammed Abu Bakar says, please, Mo, can you explain what Barca Vision is, how and why was it sold? Barca Vision is a division, and I'm not trying to rhyme, even though it came out good. I feel like a rapper. But Barca Vision is the division of Barcelona that's in charge of the visual rights. Let's put it that way. Why was it sold? In order to generate money, right? It was part of the activation of economic levers, sold a portion of it, make some money since Barcelona didn't have any. Plus, Barca Vision were losing money, actually. So selling it was a way of not only making money off its sale, but developing it more, because the people or the companies that have bought part of Barca Vision are actually companies who are in the business of media and entertainment. So those companies know how to run an entertainment company. So by selling it to part of Barca Vision to them, not only was the club making money, but it was turning part of Barca Vision into an entertainment company that would know what to do with it, how to turn things around, and how to turn it profitable. Because for the longest time, Barca Vision was actually losing money. And, that's what happens, right? Because football clubs, what they know how to do is how to run a football club, right? That's the business they're in. They're not in the business of entertainment. So that was showing in Barca Vision because they weren't really making money. Now they sold it to companies who know what to do as far as entertainment, and to generate money too. This is why I was against Barcelona making its own kit, because I thought it would be a little bit disastrous. Because again, Barcelona is a football club. They're in the business of football. They know about the business of football. They don't know anything about the business of clothing. That's a whole new world to them. So that's why I thought it would be a mess. But anyways, all right, let's get back to the news. I don't want to make this any longer, but let's get back to the news, because we do have to talk about Mamadou Mbacke, because Barcelona are currently negotiating for the signing of the 21-year-old Senegalese defender. Now, Mbacke spent this past season on loan from LAFC, Los Angeles Football Club. He had a tremendous season with Barca Athletic. He made a great pairing with Mika Fai. The two of them were an absolute wall for Barca Athletic, stopping most of opponents. And as a result of his great performance, Barcelona decided that they wanted to keep him, and they wanted to activate his option to buy, which is worth 6 million euros. Now, around April, I think it was about April, Mamadou Mbacke suffered an ankle injury that ended his season, and pretty much he's going to be out for several months. They're saying he could be back by the end of July. We don't know for sure, but it was an injury, a serious injury that would see him out for many, many months. So as a result, they were talking about Barcelona. We're not going to activate his option to buy because, he just got injured. But it seems that was just a tactic, because Barcelona never lost interest in keeping Mbacke, because, again, he had a great season. He was one of the best defenders in Barca Athletic alongside Mika Fai. And while it seems that that's still true till today, because Barcelona have begun negotiations with Mbacke's club, which is, again, it's Los Angeles FC. Now, again, the option to buy was worth 6 million euros. Barcelona rejected to activate it because they want to try to negotiate a better deal, something lower to 6 million. And they want to follow the plan that PSV Eindhoven followed with us, right? Which is to take advantage or to leverage the injury of Mbacke. Because let's remember, PSV Eindhoven were ready to activate the 10 million euro option to buy for Dest. He gets injured, and they're like, we're not going to pay anything. So he ends up leaving for free. So Barcelona want to follow kind of the same plan, kind of like, okay, we're not activating the option to buy. He's injured. We still want him, so let's sell him to us for lower, but we're not going to pay the 6 million because he's injured again. So this is the plan that Barcelona want to follow. Again, they want to sign Mbacke, but they want to pay less than the 6 million, which is in his contract. And this, of course, is good news because, as we know, Mika Fai could be on his way out of Barcelona since he's insisting on guarantees of first-team spot, which Barcelona cannot provide. So if Mika Fai does end up leaving, which is looking like it, then Mbacke could be, his perfect replacement because, again, he had one hell of a season with Barca Athletic. All right, let's get back to the chat section. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Raul says, all I want to hear is Nico to Barca. Here we go. Amen, my friend. Amen. But, for now, because, and this is not directed to you, this is just in general, people, keep saying, well, when is Barcelona going to sign Nico? When is Barcelona going to do anything about Nico? The thing is, nothing's going to happen while the Euros are going on. When the Euros are going on, players are not thinking about transferring clubs or negotiating. All they're thinking about is the international tournament that they're in. In this case, Nico Williams is in Euros. So for now, nothing's going to happen until either Spain gets knocked out or if Spain makes it all the way to the final until, the Euros is over. Let's see. Brad. Oh, this chat section moved on me. Here we go. Brad says, do we run into an issue that we have so many young players, Gabi, Balde, Kouarsi, Yamal, and many more filling up the first team? Does that discourage or encourage talent to come to Barca / La Masia? That encourages talent. We heard about, I think Barcelona have been able to snatch 3 players away from Real Madrid, 3 youngsters. Amongst them was Parriego. And all 3 players, Real Madrid were offering them a lot more money than Barcelona. And all 3 players agreed to come to Barcelona for that same reason. Because when Deco, and people keep complaining, oh, Deco can't sign players. Deco has signed plenty of players. But people like to focus on the ones he couldn't. But Deco, when he met with the agents of those players, one thing he used to his own benefit or he leveraged to the benefit of the club was like, look, we have youngsters on the first team. We have Gabi, Balde, Hector Ford, Pau Kouarsi, Fermin Lopez, Lamine Yamal, all these players who came up through the academy, who we developed, and now they're playing on the first team. You could be that guy. You could come to the academy, we'll develop you, and if you're good enough, you can play on the first team. So that's actually beneficial for us, especially when it comes to the youngsters, because no youngster wants to go to a team like, I don't know, Real Madrid, who spend all this money on Arda Güler, he's not even playing, versus going to a team like Barcelona where they see I have a chance of making it to the first team because Barcelona are dependent on these youngsters. Ross says, what's happening with players that we do not want that just came back from loan like Lenglet and Garcia? Thanks, Mo. The plan is to get rid of many of these players. The only player who's back from loan that has a guaranteed spot in the preseason, not on the first team, in the preseason, is Julian Araujo. Julian Araujo had a really good season with Las Palmas as a right back, and Flick wants to see him in the preseason. So that's the only player that has a guaranteed spot in the preseason. As far as Eric Garcia, is most likely going to be either sold or loaned again with an option to buy back to Girona. As far as Lenglet, he's obviously Barcelona going to try to look for a club that would want to buy him. As far as Ansu Fati, it looks like the same. There is Alex Valle. Maybe he might have a chance during the preseason. It's not too clear. But one thing for sure is that most of these players Barcelona will try to get rid of, except for Julian Araujo, who's the only one who has a guaranteed spot in the preseason. All right, one more, and then we'll do more news. My man Klaus says, that's really nice room, nice and bright. Yes, thank you. It's my mom's room. It has a really big window. It's right over there behind the camera, and it gets a lot of light, which I love it. Barca M1899 says, Mo, I haven't heard a lot about Angelo Stiller anymore. Do we just give up on him? It's too expensive. I think, I'm trying to remember how much Stuttgart wanted. I think it was 50 million, which, Barcelona cannot afford that. Plus, again, Hansi Flick has made it clear to the Barcelona, look, if you guys can only spend big on one signing, spend it on Nico. The midfield, we'll figure it out. We'll use Casado, we'll use Bernal. He wants his priority being the left wing. Now, if Barcelona can sign the left wing and someone for the midfield, then by all means. But if Barcelona can only spend big on one or the other, Nico Williams is the top priority. All right, let's get back to the news because Barcelona have leaked how much they offered or what they offered Marc Guiu. Now, Marc Guiu has officially joined Chelsea. I talked about this I think it was a week or two ago, where it was revealed that Chelsea were going to activate the release clause for Marc Guiu, pay the 6 million euros, and take him to the Premier League. And it looks like they're immediately going to loan him out again. And it was later revealed that the reason why Marc Guiu ended up deciding for Chelsea is because Chelsea offered him a lot more money. Because Barcelona were in the works of renewing the contract of Marc Guiu. They wanted Marc Guiu to stay. They were negotiating with him. They sent him an offer or two that he did not respond to, and that's when they start suspecting that Marc Guiu could be negotiating with someone else. And lo and behold, he was negotiating with Chelsea, who then agreed to pay his release clause. And now he has officially joined Chelsea. It's been officially announced. As you can see in the picture, he's wearing the Chelsea training kit. So Marc Guiu is officially a Chelsea player. And after that, there was a lot of criticism in the media about how Barcelona handled this whole situation. People blaming Barca on Marc Guiu, getting away from the club. And Barcelona, in order to address these concerns, they have leaked to the media on what exactly happened during these negotiations. Because again, people were making it seem like Barcelona was just asleep at the wheel and Chelsea came and took the player and Barcelona didn't even notice. And that's not what happened. Barcelona, again, were negotiating with Guiu, and the negotiations did not go Barca's way because Marc Guiu wanted some things that Barcelona simply could not afford. Now, what exactly did Barcelona offer Marc Guiu? Well, Barcelona did not promise Marc Guiu a first-team spot. They couldn't. What they did tell to Marc Guiu during these negotiations, they said, look, Lewandowski is 36. He's almost 37. He's going to become 37. He's not going to be here forever. As far as Vitor Roque, he could be going out on loan because of financial fair play issues, because Barcelona still have to register his contract. So they said, we can't guarantee you a first-team spot, but there is a chance that you can get one. Because again, Lewy's old, and Vitor Roque could be on his way out on loan. They also told them, look, if you can start 50% of all Barca Athletic matches, 50%, just half, then Barcelona promised him they would give him a first-team contract, which I think it's a pretty good deal. Look, just start half of the matches at Barca Athletic, we'll give you a first-team contract. However, none of this sounded good for Guiu, and instead they demanded that Guiu become the substitute of Lewandowski. So no Vitor Roque, no Pau Victor, no Ferran, nothing. They wanted a guarantee that Guiu would be the substitute of Lewandowski, which to that Barcelona said, sorry, we cannot promise you that. In order for you to become the substitute of Lewandowski, that's based on merit, and that's based on Hansi Flick's decision. So if you work hard, you prove yourself to Flick, then Flick will make you the substitute of Lewandowski. We're not just going to put it in a contract and be like, here's a contract and you're guaranteed to be the sub. That's not how things work in Barcelona. They work based on merit, not based on promises made in the contract. Now, it seems this wasn't good enough for Guiu, so this is why he decided to leave. Plus, it's also been revealed that Chelsea offered him 3 times the salary that Barcelona were offering. So, of course, Barcelona could not match. And this is why Guiu ended up leaving. I think it's a mistake because he's going to a club that A, is going to loan him out right away, and B, to a club that's a total mess. I hope there's no Chelsea fans watching, but let's be honest, Chelsea has no project. The only project that Chelsea has is to sign any player under the sun and to change coaches every other week. That's their project, and I think he made a mistake. But it is what it is. We wish him the best. He did spend 11 years in La Masia. We wish him good luck, but I definitely think he made a mistake. And as far as Barcelona, I don't think we're missing out on much. Guiu, yes, he showed some promise, but I don't think he was ever a player, and can be corroborated by any coach in La Masia. He was never a player that showed as much promise as someone like Lamine or Kouarsi or Hector Fort. He seemed more of a player that could be good off the bench, someone that can come out the last 20, 30 minutes and hope he scores. In fact, that's exactly how Rafa Marquez used them. He was always a substitute at Barca Athletic. He always came on the bench the last 20, 30 minutes. So I don't think we're missing out on this huge talent. It's not like Lamine Yamal just left to Chelsea or Kouarsi just left to Chelsea. Plus, as far as strikers, I think Pau Victor is a better option, which Barcelona are negotiating to sign. And we have Oscar Gistau. And Oscar Gistau is a forward who is showing promise like Lamine, Kouarsi, and those players showed when they were in the academy. But anyways, let's get back to the chat section. Let's see, where did we leave off? Curtis, my man, says his agent was only demanding this because they already had a deal with Chelsea. Probably. I mean, that's a possibility. Make Barca look bad. Oh, we have a donation that I skipped over. Babies, come back. another big supporter of the channel, always donating, always commenting, always in the live streams. Thank you, my friend, from the bottom of my heart. But Baby's Comeback says, my man Mo, I saw on that Barca website that all La Liga games will be in the Luis Companys Olympic Stadium and not the Camp Nou. Thoughts? That's I know I saw that too. It's nothing to worry about, because they have to put that. La Liga don't know what the timeline is for the stadium. They're not gonna just change it. There's just for now it's Luis Companys because that's the designated stadium for Barcelona. Once the Camp Nou opens, then Barcelona will submit paperwork to have their designated stadium officially changed from Luis Companys to the Camp Nou. So nothing to worry about. It's not that Barcelona are gonna play all season at Luis Companys. The Camp Nou is expected to open at the end of this year, and Barcelona should be back there hopefully by January. Once that happens, again, they'll submit the paperwork, and then the Liga will officially change the designation of the stadium from Luis Companys to the Camp Nou. Let's see what else. Not the Gamer says. Oh, he was answering to someone. Never mind. Sorry, Not the Gamer. We'll get back to you. Oh, actually, he does have another comment. So let's see. He says, "Hi Mo, hope your family's doing amazing. Thoughts on the Portugal versus France matchup?" Ah. That's a good question. France has been hugely disappointing. And as far as Portugal, they haven't been that great either. I think it's going to be a matchup of, I don't want to be a dick, but two shitty teams facing each other, which could be good. When you have two great teams playing against each other, you have a great match. But when you also have two shitty teams playing against each other, it's also a good match because they're on the same level, right? It's only a bad match when one is great and one is bad, and it's just sad to watch because you watch one team getting demolished. I think it'd be a good match. I think they're both been disappointing, so it's gonna be a match of disappointment. Trail of tears. I don't know. Brad Hamada says, can't wait for Lamine to score and be the youngest ever to score in the Euros. I know, that'd be really cool. I've been waiting for him to score because that's exactly what I want to see. Let's see, what else? Shemaya says, Mo, watching from Jamaica. What's up, Shemaya? And what's up to all my brothers in Jamaica? Hamad Abubakar. Oh, wait, I already saw that. Sorry. This thing keeps moving on me, so I never know where I left off. Let's see. And Spencer FCB says, I did enjoy a match at Montjuic. If so, did you enjoy the match at Montjuic? If so, should I go there before we go back to the Camp Nou? Honestly, I did not mind it. I know a lot of people were making, or a lot of the associates were making a big deal of making it, because Montjuic is at the top of a mountain and you have to take public transport. And people were making it seem like, I don't know, going to Montjuic is like having to hike the Himalayas without oxygen in order to watch the match. But that wasn't my experience at all. I had a lot of fun. Sorry, this camera keeps moving on me. There we go. I think it's a beautiful stadium as far as the outside, because it really is the top of the mountain. You have a great view of the city. And as far as the stadium on the inside, it's whatever. It's a stadium. Nothing to rave about, but it's also not like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. So I didn't mind it. As far as you watching it, if you can wait until the Camp Nou is open, obviously I would tell you, go to the Camp Nou. Absolutely. I mean, the Camp Nou experience is a whole different experience. The only thing I didn't like about Montjuic is it had a lot of tourists. So it was a completely different atmosphere because, again, the Sochis are refusing to go up there. A lot of the club fans, the local fans are refusing to go up there. So it was all just fans doing the wave and doing silly things on their phones, talking to each other. So there wasn't that atmosphere at the Camp Nou where the whole stadium is singing and cheering on. It was that's the only disappointing thing. But the stadium itself, it's fine. I mean, it's not nothing to rave about, but it's not as bad as they're making it out to be. Anyways, let's get back to the news, and then we'll do more comments. But let's talk about the absolute mess that the Barca communication department created as far as in regards to the Joaos. Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before. No, it was yesterday. Yes, yesterday, because it was June 30th. Barcelona made an announcement on their social media accounts announcing the departure of Marcos Alonso, whose contract expired and Barcelona had no intention of renewing, and the departure of Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo, whose loans expired yesterday. Up to this point, we're good. This is a normal announcement. All clubs make these announcements when players whose loans expire leave, saying thank you for your service, we wish you the best, etc. So nothing unusual about that. So far, so good. But these posts, or this post in regards to the Joaos, created some kind of turbulence on social media where people were commenting like, what's going on? Like thinking that what Barcelona were saying is that they had no intention of signing the players, which that's not what they were saying. They were simply announcing the end of the loan and the players going back to their teams. Joao Felix to Atletico and Joao Cancelo to Manchester City. So as a result of these few people on social media creating a mess, this is where the Barcelona communication department messed up. But they decided to delete the posts. And not only did they decide to delete the posts, they decided to call the players and apologize about the confusion that their posts created. And they also called their agent, who's Jorge Mendes, to apologize. And this is where I say they created a mess, because the communications department didn't do anything wrong when they made the post. This is a standard procedure. All clubs do it. But then they screw the pooch by deleting the post and apologizing to the players. Why the hell are you apologizing to the players? These are not even our players. Cancelo's an Atletico, a Manchester City player. Joao Felix is an Atletico Madrid player. Why the fuck are you apologizing to players that are not even our players? And why the fuck are you changing your strategy based on the whims of the public? If I change how I do things on my YouTube channel based on one or two comments here and there of people complaining, my channel would be a mess. Because there's always going to be people who complain about anything. You can say sky is blue, and you will find people who somehow will find that offensive or somehow will look to make a big deal out of it. And if the communication department cannot stick to its own policy, and instead of changing things on the whim, based on the whim of the people on social media, what the hell are you doing? You're the communication department of one of the biggest clubs in the world. Act like it. Don't act like amateur children who don't know how to run a social media page. And this goes back to a problem that I discussed before, because I used to complain a lot about Xabi Hernandez's press conferences, because he would go out on the press conference and say the dumbest things, and I'll be like, what the hell's going on? Why can't the communication department sit Xabi down and be like, look, we're going to give you a training on how to handle the media, because you need that. The media, they're always out there to get you. They're always trying to, in that gotcha moment, and you need that training. I'm like, why in the communication department not training Xabi on how to handle the media, on how to handle these questions, instead of consistently embarrassing himself and embarrassing the club? And now I see why. Because it looks like the Barcelona communication department is full of incompetent people who can't even handle a social media post without embarrassing themselves and having to delete it and then apologize to the players. Which, again, why the hell are you apologizing to the players? They're not our players. Their loans ended. They went back to their clubs. Why are you apologizing about that? I don't get it, but I am curious to hear what you guys thinking. So let me know in the chat section or in the comment section if you're watching this once it ends. And with that, we are done with all the news bits for this podcast. So we'll do a few more comments. We'll end the live stream, and then I will be going live again. Just a short live because there is more news to discuss. All right, let's see. Sebastian says, Mo, what do you think about Marc Guiu leaving? I just talked about it a few minutes ago. I don't want to be repetitive because there's people who already heard what I had to say. So if you want, you can just go back when the live stream ends and watch it. Elias says, we don't need Messinho. We have Ibrahim Diarra coming to Barcelona. I mean, we don't need Messinho because we have Lamine. Even if Diarra doesn't come to Barcelona, we still have Lamine. Which, by the way, I really hope we sign Diarra. He's looking very promising. And Brad says, FYI, Chelsea has 14 strikers on their roster. Of course, not all nines, but that's quite a backlog. What did Chelsea promise him besides money? I can't imagine what they promised him. I mean, he literally will be loaned out as soon as he arrives. The religion is saying Strasbourg. Now they're saying maybe to a team in La Liga. So I don't know what project he thought he was joining where you're going to arrive there, and as soon as you arrive there, they're going to loan you out. And even if they promised him that they weren't going to loan him out, are you not watching? Do you not own a TV or a cell phone to see the horrible state that Chelsea are in? I don't know. That's why I'm thinking it was strictly money. Because what else can they promise him? B says, with Hansi now in charge, what are the plans with players who joined in the summer? Parriego, Diarra, and others. Forgot some of them. Well, Parriego is an academy signing. Diarra is going to be a Barca Athletic signing. Not sure who else you're curious about. Let me know if you think about more names. And Sean Babulal says, hey, everyone. Everyone keeps saying Real Madrid will run away with everything next season, but I disagree. I believe Barca has the better defense and midfield and on attack with the most potential. I don't know if Barca necessarily has the best, but I do agree with you. I think we need to stop with our, oh my God, I'm forgetting the word. Whatever. Anyway, I think we got to stop thinking that somehow Madrid, because they're signing Mbacke and they have, and they might sign Davis, that all of a sudden look, we've faced this kind of challenges before. Madrid have always been a club. They have always signed big stars and spent a lot of money on them, and we've always been able to deal with them. I don't think we should worry. As long as we play good football, we should be fine. Let's not forget the Galacticos era, where they literally went around the world collecting the best players in each position, and we saw how that worked out. All right. Chuku Wunonso says, Mr. Mo, you're doing great. Can't Barca use funds from Nike deal to sign players? Yes, they can. But first they have to close the deal. All right, let's see. What else? Not the Gamer says, crazy how Guiu could have been third or fourth choice at Barca to being fifth choice behind Jackson, Fofana, Washington, and then Young. Actually, I would say he just went to being number 10 choice at Chelsea, not even number 5, which is sad, which again, it makes me think that the only reason he did this was strictly for money. And Elias says, he said he's excited for the project at Chelsea, the same Chelsea that have a new coach every season. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what else. And Khaled says, Mark the Lulu Guiu. Yeah, exactly. Mohammed says, is there any updates on the Vision deal and Nike deal? Any expected dates? It will be clear so we can get the transfer going. Araujo, any updates about the situation? Thanks from Norway. Wow, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever had anyone from Norway commenting, but the Barca Vision deal is done. It's agreed to with Spotify. Well, it's not going to be directly with Spotify. They're going through an American investor. So that agreement is done, is agreed to. The only thing that needs to be is ratified by the board of directors. So that's a done deal. As far as Nike, they're still negotiating the final details of the contract. Barcelona have announced they're going to release the home kit, on July 18th. And there were reports saying that Barcelona would like to close the Nike deal before they release the kit, which could mean that there could be an announcement that Barcelona have closed the Nike deal in the next couple of weeks. So let's see. What else? Sebastian says, yo, Mo, what do you think about Marc Guiu? Oh, my man, I already answered you. Or did I already read this? I don't know. Anyways, that is it for this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching, for your likes, for your subscriptions, for your donations. I'll be doing another short live in a little bit, in a few minutes, just to keep you up to date on more news that has come out today from Camp Barca. It's just going to be a short live, so it's not going to be a podcast. I won't be reading the chat section or anything like that, just 8-10 minutes max. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, Barca.